Well. Okay, I did say that I didn't really want to cover this fucking dumbass again. Okay, I guess I lied. I also saw these series of two videos in his video catalog. Well, mostly because I was heavily entertained, uh, myself, of course, of making fun of him before in the his like stupid takes in the Bow video where he basically just said like clearly men are strivers of white Western society because of shit that happened in Survivor. I'm a very serious political pundit. Uh, Please notice me, Tectone in Asmongold Senpai. Nonsensical, very, very stupid, of course. But now we also have this dumbass also wading into the discourse about the DHS. Is it an ad? Is it an ad? I guess we can call it an ad. Talking, basically comparing migrants to the flood. Now, for those who do not know, the flood are a sci-fi parasite. Yes, I understand religious allegory being laid on rather thick. Halo does that very fucking consistently, and that the flood is essentially a parasite, a godlike parasite, with the ability to control information at their will once they get to the grave mind stage, of course. I'm heavily summarizing here, and is basically capable of doing like magic shit through science, unironically. And they decided, DHS in this particular case, they decided to compare a bunch, migrants to the flood. And generally speaking, throughout most portrayals of the media, the flood are simply seen as like mindless zombies that just want to like kill people and turn more things into flood. Of course, it's a little more complicated than that. Blah 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 blah. But generally speaking, the first thing that people think when they see the flood are a bunch of mindless zombies that just want to fucking murder people. Which, yeah, dude, a bunch of migrants are coming over the border into the United States of America to just murder a bunch of whiteys living in America. It's stupid. It's nonsensical. It's obviously fucking racist, and it's meant to evoke like great replacement theory tier shit, where basically it's supposed to like get the little chubs on like white nationalists really really hard because it's like, yeah, we are defending our homeland against this invasion of a bunch of fucking zombies. Yes, all the Mexicans are basically no different than zombies looking to invade our fucking goddamn country. Obviously dehumanizing. It's nonsensical. It's stupid. And Angry Joe is just like, yeah, I don't really like this interpretation being made on a bunch of migrants because it's just not true. It's silly and it's fucking nonsensical. And all the conservatives obviously were posting very stupid and incorrect fucking takes about this because for them it's all about the fucking racism in the end. So I don't know. Let's see what this fucking definite dipshit has to say in this fucking topic. We love Crusader Larp.
I'm sure the exit polls, and you can refute me if you want, but I guarantee you the majority of people that voted for Trump are uneducated. I know that's like, oh Joe, that's fucked up to say. No, that's actually the fact.
No, that is a fact. Yeah, no, Angry Joe is correct to say that a vast majority of Trump supporters are not as well fucking educated. That is a fact.
Fact. And if you want to show me proof otherwise, you won't find it. I guarantee you.
No, not Big Red.
Voted for Trump.
Soul Calibur 5.
Give me a second.
Brothers.
What is this supposed to prove? Okay, damn, I had no idea that Angry Joe is less educated than fucking a Trump. Bro, you're literally the dude who simps for fucking lolicon VTubers on the fucking timeline and made a video 5 years ago called Anime Thighs and Boobs Will Save Lives, okay? Like, alright, man. We're off to a great start here.
This is Angry Joe, or Pissed Off Pedro. He's a retard that has been irrelevant for quite some time, and the only time that people actually talk about him these days is when...
One second. Irrelevant, you say? Damn, I had no idea that 3.2 million subscribers was irrelevant. He still gets pretty decent views on his videos, right? A video from a month ago got about 700k views. That's pretty good, even for a channel that's this old. Obviously not in comparison to his heyday, but he still hits consistent 6-digit views. All of his reviews consistently hitting very, very high in the 6 digits. And in a lot of the other series that he doesn't perform as well. But the main thing that he's known for are for his, well, angry review series. And they are still consistently hitting, like, high 6-figure view counts, getting close to 1 million. It's not exactly irrelevant. And, you know, there's always going to be some breakout video like this talking about, well, some very, very important piece of news, such as, well, this Xbox Game Pass take, which I have no doubt. It's probably like a pro-consumerist sort of position. Angry Joe, from what I understand, generally very, very pro-consumer. Very, very, very pro-consumer. But I don't... It's the same passing the irrelevant smell check.
And he loses his mind over Donald Trump doing something fairly based, or ICE and immigration doing something fairly based, as is the case with this particular conversation. So, pissed off Pedro decided that he is going to melt.
I love how we're doing the subtle nods to fucking isn't his name fucking Joe Vargas? Why are you saying that his name is fucking Pedro? Oh, it's because you're racist. That's why you're saying his name is Pedro.
Melt down at anyone supporting Trump. And by the way, that clip is from 2016. That was from the first time that Trump won. And this guy, damn near 10 years later, is still doing the same routine, still losing his mind over Trump.
Isn't that kind of a shtick? Brother, you lose your mind over, like, I don't know, boob size reductions of, like, 2 inches or something, of, like, 2 fucking pixels, and, like, slight fucking alterations to people's fucking, like, boob sizes in, fucking video games, bro. Like, come on. This is actually something that is worthwhile getting mad over, and not like whatever schizophrenic nonsense that you consistently get mad about. Like, cope and fucking seeth, Jack. Yeah. Cope and fucking seeth, Jack.
And the Trump administration, and holy shit, it is an embarrassing spectacle on his timeline. He is losing his mind at people like Endymion, Grums, and Jeremy Griggs from Geeks and Gamers. This guy is spurging. And what caused all this? What caused this guy to lose his mind? Well, it's this post right here from the official White House account, which shows Trump in Halo armor. Donald John Trump in Halo.
Brother, it's Mjolnir. Okay, I'm listen. Now I'm gonna have to spurg out, okay, and nerd out for a second. It's Mjolnir armor. This is how you know this motherfucker does not play any of the fucking games and hardly knows like what the fuck he's talking about. It's Mjolnir armor. And it's an AI image of Trump as a fucking Spartan from the video game that you certainly know so much about here, Tactical Templar. I bet you probably know so much about these different fucking takes and lore and positions from fucking Halo. You totally know about that, and you're not just saying this to like cozy up to people like Endymion and also fucking Grums, those like supposed bastions of conservative thought leaders. Yeah, very, very cool.
Halo armor. It's like, wow, we're going to defeat the Flood. It's going to be huge. So, yeah, GameStop.
By the way, that's not what this bit was even about. So, originally, it was about, like, I think it was GameStop tweeting a end to the console wars, quote-unquote. And, you know, it was supposed to be, like, laughful, like, funny, playful fucking banter, even though, like, for whatever reason, it was GameStop and the White House official account, whatever Groyper is running it or something, like talking to one another about like Trump ending the console wars or whatever. It was very stupid and nonsensical. No, Trump really had nothing to do with that at all. It's not fucking sensical, dude.
Has been retweeting Trump and posting their own memes, and it's been a lot of fun. But all of these left-wing hacktivists within the content creator space, especially in gaming spaces, have been losing their mind. The Ackman is another person that's been losing their mind over this, but not quite to the extent of pissed off Pedro. Now, this I think is clear proof that Gamergate won. If you recall,
Yeah, totally. Gamergate fucking won. Most of you fucking idiots are like irrelevant losers and you just get made fun of consistently. Without Trump, these motherfuckers would be going absolutely nowhere. Absolutely fucking nowhere. They're just lucky that the Democrats are so ridiculously bad at fucking politics that they were able to fucking get their cultural victory at all whatsoever. So, like, okay, bro. Yeah, Gamergate won because of like the people not being able to necessarily address any of the material conditions on the ground, which people have been constantly clamoring for. Both party, anyone in America to ever fucking address. Yeah, totally. And again, like some banter that was done between the White House and GameStop, talking about like how Donald Trump ended another war. The console wars, to be specific, is pissing. I don't think this isn't what pissed off Angry Joe. Angry Joe didn't give a fuck about any of this. It was the next thing that was posted specifically by I'm pretty sure it was DHS that fucking posted the AI image. No, not an AI image. I don't know if it was an AI image in particular, but an image of Master Chief in the gunner seat of a fucking warthog, saying like, we need to stop the flood, explicitly calling immigrants essentially a bunch of fucking mindless zombies who all need to be gunned down at the border, which I find really funny that they are still talking about there being a mess at the fucking goddamn border and that the country still needs to be protected, despite the fact that Trump consistently, and I mean consistently, brags about the fact that there have been no people coming in via fucking immigration. So it's just fucking stupid. But I've said this before with like a lot of these like stupid anti-woke fucking content creators. None of these people care at all about the the IP or any of the story whatsoever of the things that they are claiming that they really care about. Like, I can 100% guarantee you that Tactical Templar here has no idea about any of bits of Halo lore. Like, none whatsoever, but he's just going to fucking claim that he knows what he's talking about simply to fuel all the like stupid culture war narrative bullshit that he likes to push. That's all he's basically gonna do here.
about 10 years ago or so, this was an unthinkable thing, where you would have the President of the United States posting Halo memes in relation to ICE and immigration.
Again, it's not the president posting this. It's like Groyper's whatever.
This is a major win. And I also want to remind you that Angry Joe has always been against gamers. I know that you may not think that, because nostalgia has a way of tripping you up at times, but Angry Joe, at every step of the way, has been against Gamergate, has been against people who criticize wokeness.
Yeah, because fucking Gamergate, because most of the actual game reviewers were fucking against Gamergate, because Gamergate was nonsensical. It was a canard, simply meant to hide a bunch of fucking right-wing views. Most actual game reviewers, people who actually care about their craft of reviewing video games and talking about problems within video games, consumer culture within video games, talking about business practices within video games as well, could give less of a flying fuck at all about fucking Gamergate. Like, nobody gave a shit about any of that stuff if they were an actual reviewer, because, again, like I said before, Gamergate is non-fucking sensical. It was based off of a fucking lie of Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn having like sexual relations in order to basically advance forward within the fucking gaming journalist space, and they used differing phrases like, people need to talk about the ethical issues of games journalism. And are there ethical issues in how games journalism is done? Yeah, absolutely. Are any of these motherfuckers going to talk about those ethical issues? Fuck no, because they don't actually give a shit about those ethical issues. And that being the fact that a lot of games corporations will give preferential treatment to a lot of these games journalist outlets that will basically, if they cover their games in favorable light, they will give them extra review copies for early on. But you just gotta make sure that you give us a good review on our fucking potentially dog shit game. Because if you don't give us a good review on our potentially dog shit fucking game, that access that you guys has had before, we might just take that shit away from you. That's the actual problems within games fucking journalism. But do any of these people actually give a shit about any of that stuff? No.
You remember for Battlefield 5, gamers said, we don't want a woman on the front lines of World War II with a bionic arm bludgeoning Nazis. With her sidekick Tonto, which was just some Japanese guy. Yeah, we don't think that really makes total sense. We don't want that. You know what Joe's first response was? Oh, gamers are just misogynists. They just don't like it because it's a woman, which is exactly what...
Okay, because again, this is another thing consistently done by these gamers, TM. They often talk about the concept of fucking realism. Was Battlefield 5 simulated to be, advertised to be like an accurate, perfect portraying and telling of fucking of World War II? Was it? No. Probably not. I have no idea. Does it really matter in this particular instance? Probably not. But unfortunately, for people like Tactical Templar, they're just going to come up with like literally any excuse to be like, women in my video games, personally kind of cringe. I am we hate women. We are all secretly asexual, even though we pretend to really, really care about women's issues and wanting to not get titties removed from our video game catalogs. No, actually, we don't give a shit about any of that. Silly hyperbole aside, no, like, if there's any instance of a fucking protagonist within a video game being a woman, you motherfuckers are just going to have a problem with it. It doesn't matter if it's a Battlefield game. It doesn't matter if it's any fucking game. Like, they will just bitch, moan, and complain about any instance of a woman being the main protag of a fucking video game. Because, again, like Angry Joe was saying himself, accurately, these people are misogynists.
Which is exactly what EA said. And then they later came back and recanted because nobody fucking bought the game. It was a failure. And Joe had to come out weeks later and apologize. And that was the cycle. Joe would defend wokeness and identity politics and left-wing orthodoxy, and then he would get shamed and humiliated for it, and eventually he would come out and apologize. But his knee-jerk, his instinct was always this: that gamers should not win. He was somebody that wasn't 100% on board with Anita Sarkeesian, but he was in that sort of orbit. And I think people misremember that. Despite the fact that this guy has been wrong about nearly everything over the years, they still have some reverence for Joe simply because he was the first, but he has been replaced 100, 1,000 times over by people that do it better than him. Now, the memes are glorious. GameStop reposted this meme image in response to the White House. Imagine telling people in 2016 that the White House is posting Trump Halo memes with GameStop. Yeah, that's crazy. And it's amazing.
Gee, I wonder why corporations are all bending the knee to Donald Trump. There couldn't be tons of fucking instances of Donald Trump and the administration essentially using the power of the federal government in order to force a lot of corporations to capitulate to their No, that couldn't be possibly happening constantly. Not at all. Not in my heckin'-based Trump administration. This couldn't be possibly happening.
Amazing. And it's good fun. But not for Joe. Not for these left-wing oriented creators. They're losing their mind. And there's an AI-generated meme going around, which is hilarious, which has Donald Trump saying that, well, I guess I ended 9 wars now. I guess I ended 9 wars because the console wars are over. You know?
Except he didn't end any of those fucking goddamn wars. He consistently claims that he's ended a ton of fucking goddamn wars. It's nonsensical. In reality, he's ended, like, no wars. There's, like, no wars the Trump administration has fucking ended. It's a canard. It's nonsense, but whatever. We've definitely ended all the wars, folks. I'm such a good war ender. I'm the best at it, obviously, folks.
Oh, that's funny. I accept it now. For years, they said Gamergate was responsible for everything, including Trump. We laughed and called them delusional, but were they? Now that the White House... Yeah, and look at this. This is really the post that solidified Joe's crash out. Fuck ICE and fuck Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of here with this Halo meme shit. This your shitty, dehumanizing police state propaganda. No one thinks your shit is cool. Joe, no one thinks you're cool. No one cares what you have to say. Joe, everyone thinks
Throwing stones from a glass house there, buddy.
this is cool, except for you and a couple retards on the left. Everyone thinks this is based and interesting and funny.
Who is everyone in this particular instance? The people who have my particular political bias thinks that this is actually incredibly based and really, really cool and red-pilled. So therefore, this obviously has to be based and really cool and red-pilled in the minds of literally everyone. It's like, no, that's not how that works, man. That's really fucking stupid. But okay, dude. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, well, like 1000% Boy Meets Mini. This guy, like, listen, he does the fucking dumbass voice. He thinks he sounds hard with his, like, I don't know, LARP voice, but in reality, he's like a fat loser neckbeard who basically simps for fucking lolicons on the internet. So, yeah, okay, dude. Nice meme, bro.
This is awesome. Deport Angry Joe, flood sympathizer. Like, everyone is having fun, Joe, but you. Everyone is having fun, Joe, but you. You are freaking out because you recognize the gamers are actually winning. The President of the United States posted a Halo.
Yeah, gamers are definitely winning because of all the fucking tariffs and it being way more expensive than ever to purchase fucking consoles. Remember how fucking literally Nintendo said, like, yeah, because of the tariffs, we may have to fucking start upcharging and stuff like that, and that got a bunch of gamers pissed off. But I guess gamers are now like, which is it? Their Tactical Templar? Like, are gamers winning or what exactly? Like, because it can't be both ways. Like, it's more expensive and more difficult than ever for people to be able to afford like basic amenity. Good luck fucking purchasing games consoles nowadays. With all the tariffs that are consistently happening. So it's just like, well, like, which is it? Because it can't be fucking both.
Halo meme. And by the way, I know that Joe has talked about this, but he was freaking out. He was freaking out because one of the guys that was responsible for the music around Halo supported Donald Trump and is actually running for Congress.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. So Joe is on a generational crash out because he sees that gamers are winning and he can't fucking stand it. He can't stand it.
So obviously, okay, this is a very, very important concept here to talk about. Very, very often with right-wingers, they will very consistently claim that they have the sort of moral majority consistently on every fucking issue that they like to virtue signal about. Every single fucking goddamn time. So, when in reality, most of the positions that the Trump administration is for and that they are doing, we've looked at the polling for all of this before in the past. He is currently underwater in terms of every fucking issue, every fucking aspect, in terms of the economy, in terms of the tariffs, in terms of literally everything. Trump is currently underwater. He is not a fucking popular president. People do not like the shit that he is basically trying to pull whatsoever. So, again, it really is, it's just one of those situations where it's just like, I don't know, fucking like cope and fucking seethe about it. Like, no one actually approves of any of the bullshit that is going on with this administration. It's just weirdos like yourself that are, I don't know, having like strange like conniptions and having like weird sort of like soy, I don't know, like soy moments saying like, yeah, look at us guys, we're like heckin' based epic memers who are having such a great time having to pay like way more money for all of our fucking consoles because President Trump save the fucking goddamn meme wars and save the fucking console wars, and we're allowed to meme and just do whatever the fuck we want, boys. Yeah, totally. We're having such a great time. Looks at all the prices of fucking consoles and video games that have gone up because of the fucking tariffs and whatnot. Yeah, guys, are we sure that we're actually winning here? I thought we were supposed to be winning here. Like, I don't think it's really. I don't think anyone's really winning here. I got a PS4 price. I got a PS5 Pro before price hike, so like everyone are plebs. That's true, AJ. I can definitely agree with that. So again, like, what are you fucking talking about? Consoles have gone up significantly in price as a result of all the tariffs that Donald Trump is now backing off of because he's now starting to realize like, my policy on fucking tariffs was actually really fucking stupid. And again, I don't know if people know this. Joe is an immigrant. Might make a lot of sense why he might be particularly upset about the fact that DHS decided to put out some fucking memes of immigrants being compared to a virulent fucking parasite which murders people and essentially turns and converts all of the sentient life into fucking biomass to create a higher form of fucking intelligence. I think there might be a reason why not only immigrants, but most average people might not be particularly happy about that, Templar. But here's the thing. You're a dumb fucking racist. So you're just like, actually, no, that's like heckin' based. Obviously, what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are pushing for in terms of the extermination of all minority populations in the United States of America is actually like so heckin' based and epic and cool and totally fun, bros. It's like, yeah, dude, okay. Say that to literally any fucking average human being. They'll totally fucking agree with you, little bro.
So pissed off Pedro can piss into the wind. Nobody gives a shit about him. He hasn't been relevant in years. It's actually amazing to watch Donald Trump use meme culture and gamer culture to try to recruit people. That's awesome. That's a major win. And the only people...
Yeah, it's not really the major win that you fucking think that it is. Like, when the inevitable woke backlash, and there's gonna be an inevitable fucking woke backlash, fucking losers like you are gonna be fucking left in the dust. Completely left in the fucking dust. Because people, like I said before, we've seen the polling. Nobody likes any of the actions the Trump administration is taking in terms of most of their fucking policies. People have had enough. People have had enough. They don't want to fucking deal with any more of this fucking bullshit because it's just like, brother, time for like more idiotic fucking bullshit from this like stupid ass administration that keeps making everyone's lives worse for literally no fucking goddamn reason except for, I don't know, like a select few of incredibly fucking rich, powerful oligarchs at the fucking top, which you seem to be totally okay with running cover for, Tactical Templar. You know, I thought we were like heckin' based populists and we really cared about the gamers and them being able to afford the video games. Like, what happened exactly? I might not want to take a look at those fucking goddamn game prices. I might not want to do that.
People that are pissed about it are these disgusting, despicable bad actors acting in bad faith. Putting aside the fact that there are 10 stars missing from the AR-generated flag, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
True.
You bitter, pathetic losers. You wanted politics in gaming, but the difference is you wanted your politics in gaming. That's the difference here. That's why you're mad, because you lost. Now,
I find it incredible how the conservative will, from one breath, basically believe like, oh yeah, we definitely don't want any politics in video games. Politics in video games is actually like really bad, and we don't agree with that. And then all of a sudden, when they have their guy in charge and in power, it's like, oh, actually now we love having politics in video games. Politics in video games is actually kind of base, guys. We love that shit, actually, don't we? Don't we, guys? Don't we, fellas? It's just like, you know, you can have one, but you can't have the other. Be fucking consistent for once in your miserable fucking lives.
These people need to be stomped out metaphorically from the arena of ideas and never allowed to fester and remanifest to start polluting our culture and entertainment ever again.
Bro, you can fucking smell the dog whistles on that one from a mile away. That was not very subtle at all whatsoever. What the fuck is this? Yeah, dude, totally. Because the main subverters of fucking gaming culture are fucking Western liberals or some shit. Like, it's nonsensical, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I don't know how many times this needs to be said, but the people who are making gaming worse are idiots like you.
These people have spent years affirming every sort of disgusting, degenerate, retarded, indefensible left-wing idea. Like, you guys remember this?
Oh, I'm sure.
Halo pushes feminist messaging and Women's History Month social media posts. And LGBTQ. Yeah, that was a whole thing. You guys remember that? They had no problem with this at all. None. Because when it comes to degeneracy and left-wing politics, man, these people affirm...
Man, he's being very non-subtle about it. Very, very non-fucking subtle about it. Like, yeah, dude, the position that it was had a majority support within the Republicans up until fucking recently was seen as degenerate and left-wing only fucking politics. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Obergefell v. Hodges was a very, very popular policy and ruling there by the fucking Supreme Court, even amongst fucking conservatives there, Templar. So, again, in reality, you might be the one who's like a weirdo, out of touch fucking loser, bro. Like, in reality, people are just generally sick and tired of people like you in these spaces. That's what people are generally fucking tired of. They are tired of all these stupid, dumb fucking, fat neckbeard, loser ass fucking conservatives making their spaces significantly more hostile and worse to fucking engage in. That's the actual fucking truth. Not any of this, like, I don't know, like this fat redditor neckbeard fucking loser being like, yes, we're the ones who are winning the fucking culture war, and we are the ones who are the base crusaders for white Western society and values, which all tend to be very, very fucking gay, but whatever. Don't tell that to fucking Tactical Templar. It might make his brain explode because he doesn't know any history about any of this stuff. But, you know, whatever. And he'll have like a fucking crash out about it. Very cool, very good. We love our...
Pepe, why are you gay?
Yes, why are you gay, Pepe? Very cool. God, where was I going with this point? You made me forget my point. Fuck you, Boy Meets Mini. Oh, yes, yeah, the basis of a lot of Western values and systems. Don't tell this moron that a lot of them are based off of, like, gay, Western, liberal fucking propaganda. Might make this fucking loser's head explode. might make it go like, whoa, I had no idea that it was mostly like weird gay ass fucking philosophers and shit that helped build fucking Western society into what it is today. No, I can't believe that what it was. Like, imagine having a weird fucking crash out over like a virtue signal that's being made by a company. Why the fuck do you care about this? And also, like I said before, consistently with conservatives, they are the ones who always bring in politics into fucking everything. Constantly. They are the ones who consistently, and I mean consistently, complain about this shit over and 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 over again, when it is not their politics that are being prescribed to within the media properties that they fucking consistently simp for. So it's just one of those situations. It's like, I don't know, fucking like cope and seethe about it, Jack. Like, I don't give a shit about that. Like, cope and seethe about the fact that there's a bunch of like woke-tard Western propaganda in like all of these like differing fucking media properties and whatnot. Like, who the fuck cares about any of this shit? Like, you're just mad about the fact that you feel like you're not being represented for whatever fucking reason, despite the fact that you're still the fucking majority. You're still representative in all these like differing media organizations and whatnot. The vast majority, and you just want to like keep crying, bitching, moaning, and complaining about it. It's just it's pathetic. It's annoying. It's fucking stupid. And it's very, very fucking tiring from people like this.
From it every single time. But when it comes to Trump hosting a meme, Angry Joe loses his fucking mind. And I think people like
Yeah, because he was saying that migrants are basically a bunch of zombies who should be fucking exterminated, Templar. And he is well, I assume, a migrant.
Angry Joe need to be shamed and humiliated for the rest of their miserable has-been career. Because now he's going
This coming from the dude who simps for fucking lolicons on the timeline. Okay, bro.
after people like Endymion. For what? What did Endymion do? Be Endymion and clutch pearls because someone he doesn't know dislikes Donald Trump and how ICE is conducting themselves. You, Joe, are somebody that has affirmed the worst of the worst. And by the way, Joe, my question to you is, why do you have such a kinship with illegal criminal aliens? Why do you hate this country so much that you think that the people of America...
What the fuck is this schizophrenic talking about? It's not about having kinship with illegal criminal aliens. First off, most of the people that the Trump administration is trying to illegally, and I say illegally, deport and detain are either legal migrants, so people who got their green card and went through the legal processes in order to become citizens of the United States of America. I know that this is a difficult concept for you to understand, Tactical Templar, but the United States is a country of laws, is a country of law and order, something that you pretend to care very, very much so about, but in reality could give less of a flying fuck about that because, laws, that's like cringe libtard shit. Who gives a fuck about cringe fucking libtard shit? Fuck that. That's all like gay, homosexual, and fucking liberal. Laws? What's a fucking law? Fuck that shit. So, that's why you have, a problem with these supposed supposed illegal criminal aliens that are consistently coming into the fucking country. Because again, Trump is, and has been said, and this has been said by a ton of different judges and a ton of different courts, that what he is doing in terms of his immigration enforcement is illegal. It is illegal, Templar. That is why people are having a problem with it. That is why the approval rating that he has on immigration is negative, Templar. People keep seeing a bunch of videos online of all these families getting torn apart by, a bunch of fucking stupid masked morons in masks, generally speaking, which is also illegal, which now they're being advised to not wear the masks anymore, because it turns out if you're a police officer that's masked and doesn't have any clear, discernible, identifiable information, the reason why that is a bad thing is because people can start to impersonate ICE officers and commit crimes, Templar. They can start doing crimes, Templar. But then again, this is a conservative that we're talking about here, and conservatives are pro-crime. So, can't forget about that with conservatives. They are all pro-crime. So, as a result, they have been starting to get advice from their agency saying, like, yeah, stop wearing masks. We kind of have to stop wearing the masks, because otherwise, a bunch of people are doing a bunch of crimes. And that's also a bad thing. So it's just like, okay, bro, like, nice meme. And a lot of people are not particularly happy about the actions of DHS and ICE, because what they have been doing has been constantly ruled as illegal. ICE, I think, is currently the most, you can correct me on that one, Boy Meets Mini, but I think ICE is currently the most unpopular federal agency in the United States of America. You can correct me on that one, Boy Meets Mini, but I believe ICE is currently the most unpopular one, because no one agrees with their fucking goddamn actions, Tactical Templar, because everything that they've been doing is illegal.
America citizens should have to endure criminal illegal aliens. Joe, you're a piece of shit. You're a loser.
And most of the people that have been getting detained have not been criminal illegal aliens, unless for whatever reason Tactical Templar thinks that people who have like civil misdemeanors need to be fucking detained for some reason. It's fucking nonsensical. It's stupid.
Loser. Nobody respects you. Nobody cares what you have to say. Ever since the days that you were
This coming from the lolicon, by the way.
humiliated and ragdolled by people like Jeff Keighley, you have lost any semblance of credibility. You've been replaced. And I think maybe that's part of the bitterness, is that there was a time where you were pretty popular and prominent, but now you're not, and nobody respects you and nobody cares what you have.
I don't know, like, he still seems to be pretty fucking popular and prominent. Again, like, just a week ago, video with about 350,000 views. Month ago, 667,000 views. I don't know, he still seems pretty fucking prominent and popular, Templar. That's not passing the smell check.
You have to say. Except for when you come out and you shit on Donald Trump and other people and go on these Spurg sessions, then we care for about 15 minutes so we can rag on you, shit on you, because you're a piece of shit, and we can use you as an example of what not to do and what not to be. Because keep in mind, when Joe was prominent, like 10 years ago, he would use his influence and his position to shit on gamers every time and come up with this coded, woke, buzzword bullshit salad. Every time.
Notice how he never, by the way, posts any examples. Like what did he even say? What woke buzzword fucking salad are you talking about? Like, what would he say? Why aren't you playing any instances, any fucking videos, any evidence for any of your claims? Oh, probably because it's not actually true, and he doesn't have any substantiations for any of his fucking goddamn claims.
Oh, guys, it's just misogyny, and you guys are gooners. Angry Joe is somebody that actually went out there and said, guys, they're not going to take away your jack-off material, talking about the overt grotesquification of women in gaming in the West. Guys, they're not going to take off your jack-off material.
Oh, fucking please, dude. What, just because you saw Abby from fucking Last of Us and you can't get your fucking rocks off to, like, I don't know, a fucking teenage girl anymore for whatever reason, therefore it means, like, the fall of white Western fucking gaming and culture, generally speaking. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? It's, again, this is fucking complete utter nonsense.
Material. This guy has been wrong about everything since pretty much his inception. But the thing was,
Oh.
he was first, and people have a nostalgic mindset around that. But you need to take off the nostalgic glasses and realize what a piece of shit Angry Joe is. And the fact is,
That's really funny coming from this dude who always has the nostalgia glasses on, talking about like wanting to return with a V with a main character, like female protagonist with fucking bigger tits and wearing like short skirts or some shit. Yeah, complete fucking nonsense.
this guy never represented you. He was always about his own ego. He has always been a left-wing stooge, and now we can see him for who and what he really is, a fat, disgruntled, leftist retard. And he should be made fun of.
That's really fucking hilarious coming from you, motherfucker. Like, you're the fucking fat, loser, fucking disgruntled fucking moron, dude. Like, who's having, like, a schizo crash out over Angry Joe, correctly pointing out how DHS is using Halo inappropriately in order to push their stupid propagandistic narrative, talking about how the flood is essentially like an illegal invasion of criminal aliens within the United States of America. Yeah, okay, bro. Nice meme.
And I know that some people may still hold some lingering vestiges of nostalgia for Joe, but I'm telling you, there are better content creators out there. Don't waste your time on Pissed Off Pedro, all right? This guy supports criminal illegal aliens. This guy thinks that...
Except most of the people that the Trump administration is snagging, not criminals and not illegal aliens. They'll have like civil misdemeanors that are meant to be taken care of by local courts in the area, and would be outside of the jurisdiction of the fucking federal government. But do individuals like Tactical Templar understand that? No.
Kamala Harris would have been the better option. This guy hates Donald Trump because Donald Trump is actually an effective leader and somebody that makes America great again. Pissed Off Pedro doesn't care about America, which is why
Yeah, dude, Donald Trump, dementia-addled fucking moron, is a very, very effective fucking leader. Yeah, okay, bro. Yeah, totally. Very... Yeah. You fucking huff that fucking copium there, buddy.
I would put out there that Joe should probably be deported. And might as well. Hassan and Joe and these people that hate America, just get them the fuck out. Send them to Antarctica. Or maybe Uganda. Who knows? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is an amazing story, isn't it? When you really think about it. The official White House is posting Halo memes. It's amazing. This was unthinkable 10 years.
Very, very fucking soy. Extremely fucking goddamn cringe. Yeah, dude. Why don't we just fucking deport your... You probably have more in line with fucking Uganda with all of this stupid right-wing evangelical fucking bullshit that you consistently push on this dreck of a fucking channel that you call a fucking YouTube channel, buddy. Like, okay, bro. Nice meme.
Years ago. What good fun. So, thank you to the Trump administration. Thank you to our president, Donald Trump, who is currently in Japan.
That's my
right
president,
now,
dude.
greeting the new prime minister. Which, by the way,
That's
the new
my
prime minister of
president,
Japan absolutely loves Trump, and they seem to be getting along very, very well. Very interesting. So, yeah, that's fantastic.
That's my president.
I hope that Donald Trump continues with the memes, because boy, is it cathartic to watch these people freak out. The worst people in gaming.
Also, by the way, you notice how with these people, also, I like how he fucking will constantly throw in Hassan as being a part of gaming. Hassan hardly fucking games, but whatever. No amount of hypocrisy will satiate these fucking morons. Do you ever notice how a lot of these people's memes are just bereft of creativity or anything? Their memes are just generally speaking really bad, but again, this is the sort of twisted sense of community that conservatives have, mostly because again, and this is the position that the I've Had It podcast girls have said before, and I agree with this position wholeheartedly. The reason why they have this twisted sense of community, specifically with Donald Trump, is because he, or rather they, the conservatives in this instance, recognize that, what Donald Trump basically says is rather similar to stuff that we're already very, very familiar with, and that's with evangelical sort of pastors and whatnot. They are very, very familiar because, again, Trump is extremely similar to a megachurch pastor. Very, 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 very similar in terms of all the patriarchal sort of standards and practices and whatnot. Blah 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 blah. the exact same like vitriol and racism and contempt that generally are shown by those people for minority populations and whatnot. It is more or less something that is one-to-one, one-to-one, I would say. And they find a lot of like I said before, like a very twisted, perverted sense of community from that in a time and a period where, well, due to just how terrible the fucking economy is, and due to just how terrible and bad the sort of situation on the ground is in terms of the material conditions, it makes it such that these people are desperate for some sort of belonging, some sense of belonging, wanting to feel involved in something greater than them. And this is a consistent pattern of behavior. And so they will very often fall in the sort of like rabbit holes of, let's be quite honest here, a bunch of like charlatans and freaks, simply due to the fact that they see Donald Trump as basically the main guy that's like owning all the left-wing cucks in the media and everything. And he's like so heckin' base and epic how he like totally destroys and trolls them consistently, when in reality, like, that's not really the case. And very often, like, Donald Trump makes himself look like a complete absolute fucking buffoon. And like I said before, if we want to talk about the popularity of a lot of the stuff that Donald Trump is doing, what he is doing, generally speaking, underwater with pretty much the vast majority of Americans. They do not agree with the policies of the fucking Trump administration. Nobody fucking likes this shit. Like, we've looked at the polling. He is currently underwater on pretty much every issue. Every single fucking issue. But these people, they don't give really much of a shit about that, because for a lot of them, the cruelty is the point. They want people who they perceive to be their political enemies to just suffer. They just want a bunch of people to suffer. They perceive, wrongly so, that the reasoning for as to why their lives are significantly worse is because of migrants. Generally speaking, like, that's not ridiculous or hyperbolic to say. And they think that as a result of Trump getting into office and doing all of his, like, quote-unquote, very, very base actions, deporting all of these criminal, illegal aliens, even though, for the most part, the vast majority of the people that the Trump administration is deporting are not criminal, illegal aliens, but generally speaking, there will be people with civil misdemeanors who were not showing up to court quite yet, simply because of the fact that, well, now there's a bunch of ICE patrol units patrolling around the fucking goddamn place, and making it such that it is way, way harder for a lot of these people to be able to, go into court and actually take care of those fucking problems, which is on purpose. This is all by design by the Trump administration, because, again, the suffering is the point. They want illegal migrants to not be able to participate within society, or those who they perceive to be illegal migrants, not actual, like, illegal migrants. They just want to have people who they perceive as being the main issues in society to not be able to participate in currently within society. That's the main issue here.
All of these left-wing hacktivist retards, they try to purge gamers from gaming. They're now having to sit and watch all of their work be undone. And the person they hate the most, Donald Trump, and
yeah, no one's done this, man. Like, you notice how, again, like, with all of these people, the revenge is primarily the point. Like, just, like, think about this for, like, 3 seconds. Do you really believe in your heart of hearts that any of these people are fucking happy in their lives? Like, really? Like, just the constant, like, sneering and talking about, like, yeah, you know, look at Donald Trump epically owning and destroying our fucking enemies. Look at how epic and cool he is at, like, destroying all these, like, leftist woke fucking losers. Look at how, like, epic and how much he's, like, owning these people. These people are not happy in their fucking lives. They hate their fucking lives. And they hate themselves. It's so very, very interesting. And, I wanted to say it's incredible, but, like, not really. Like, it's like I've said before. in terms of these environments that they find themselves in, it is a very perverted sense of community. There is a sense of community being done here, but it's a very, very fucked up one because they feel like they're like getting owns and dunkaroos, and I've had this take before. A lot of fucking conservatives are all a bunch of like Hollywood liberal like dropouts who couldn't hack it in Hollywood, and they're just mad about the fact that no one really that they couldn't fucking hack it anymore in Hollywood. That a lot of the stuff that they put out just was not very, very well received or very popular, and just did not produce any of the outcomes that they basically wanted. As a result, they got salty about it, decided to basically have a fucking crash out over Hollywood woke liberal media, and just basically deflect the blame from the fact that they're probably just not very good at being creative, and just not very good at essentially being good writers and whatnot, and not very, very good creatives, and just deciding to take that out on a bunch of people rather than reflecting inward on the fact that they're just like the things that conservatives produce are just not very good in terms of art. Like, simply put, like generally speaking, as like pieces of art for something that is, I don't know, meant to be fucking consumed. Conservatives are just not very, very good about that. So, you know, it is what it is, but it is all just like, for a lot of these like pundits and whatnot, it's all a lot of it is about revenge for these people. Generally speaking, they want to take it out on this like Hollywood coastal elitist who they perceived as having fucking wronged them simply due to the fact that they themselves are wholeheartedly incapable of producing their own adequate fucking artwork. And not to say that this isn't the case for all fucking conservatives. There's definitely stuff that conservatives have put out there in the world which have been good in terms of like creative endeavor and pursuit, without a shadow of a doubt. It's just that nowadays, more and more often, that's just not the case, because again, for them, it's all about one thing and one thing only with these motherfuckers: maintenance of hierarchy and control, right? And that's not very conducive of being able to produce, in my opinion, very, very good artwork, generally speaking.
And his supporters, to watch them get a victory like this is so
Anytime
satisfying.
culture combat.
Well, Joe, in your honor, we're going to be doubling the deportations. We're going to be ramping up the efforts. You know, as they say, we shall redouble our efforts. Yeah. Twice as many illegal criminal aliens are going to be going home. Anyway, brothers,
Now, which illegal criminal aliens, again, like, where are the illegal criminal aliens? Most of the people that the Trump administration has been deporting have been legal migrants who have their fucking goddamn papers, or people with, like, civil misdemeanors, or American citizens. Because, again, with ICE specifically right now, they have the ability in the sort of, I guess, grace, for lack of a better term, of the Supreme Court to essentially just racially profile people and just deport them based off of the fact that they have brown fucking skin and speak a little Hispaniola, and obviously very, very fucking racist, and is a callback to a certain particular fucking time. So again, of course, dumbasses like fucking Tactikal Templar over here are wholeheartedly in support of that, because again, for a lot of these people, the cruelty is the point. But he made another video about this, the generational crash out of fucking Angry Joe. And again, like, I don't understand why we're making videos about like Angry Joe being angry. I feel like wouldn't that be on brand for him? You know, like, his name is Angry Joe. He's supposed to be angry. I don't know. I don't know why we're complaining about him having like a fucking crash out. It is very, very weird, but whatever. Conservatives will just basically complain about literally anything.
brothers, for the past 10 or 15 years, we've had to deal with far-left influences in video games, comic books, television shows, movies. All across the media landscape, we have had to watch the infiltration of this degenerate, perverted, retarded ideology. And these people were more than happy with this. And you know what they're...
Yeah, man, totally. looks at all the Hollywood fucking executives that exist, and they tend to be conservative fucking dipshits and weirdos. But okay, bro, whatever. Yeah, like, man, he really fucking lays it on very, very thick. At least, listen, at least he just he lays it on fucking immediately. He's very, very honest about it. I'm sorry, but Templar sounds very R-worded when saying that. That is true, Boy Meets Mini. He does sound like a big fucking neck-bearded loser constantly saying this shit.
Their response was to when people like myself and others at first said, we don't really want this politics in our media. They said, well, media has always been political. It's always been political. Media has always agreed with me. And this has been...
No one is... When people say that media has always been political, that's not the point. Again, you people are the ones who constantly complain about the fact that media being political because it's not a representation of your fucking politics. Because again, I'll say this again consistently over and over and over again. Conservative politics is just not very popular. All these motherfuckers will consistently pretend that they are incredibly fucking counterculture, that they are the based sort of like based lords, that they fucking totally care about culture and media, and that they totally care about like what's best for the average sort of like gamer out there. Then they'll like support fucking elitists like Donald Trump, who make it way harder for people to be able to fucking consume the mediums they pretend to fucking like. Because again, that's the actual point of all this. For these people explicitly, it is all about the exclusion. They just want people to suffer. It really just is that simple.
The cope for years. These people have been perfectly content with LGBTQ and other subversive, degenerate, far-left elements in media for a very long time. They had no complaints about it at all. In fact, actually, that's not true. The only complaint is that there's not more of it. No matter how many times it failed and wasn't received well and led to studios closing.
This is just a lie, by the way. So, okay. Why don't we take a look at some quote-unquote very woke fucking properties. The Black Panther... what is it? The Black Panther revenue... Or no, profit. How much money did it make? Grossed over 1.3 billion worldwide. Well, a lot of like woke-tard fucking morons and idiots basically said that, oh yeah, I can't believe how fucking woke shit like Black Panther is. And they're only saying this because, again, black people are the main people that are in Black Panther. How about the Barbie movie? The Barbie movie profit. Oh. Gross about $1.4 billion worldwide. Oof, that's a lot of tabbouleh. That's a lot of fucking money. So, I don't know. Oh, for all the instances of like these dumbass motherfuckers constantly saying, "Go woke, go broke, go woke, go broke." I'm trying to remember because this is a statistic that is consistently brought up by the Birdman. Of course, shout out the Birdman. Does a very good job consistently debunking all of these like very annoying far right like media grifters and weirdos. He's a very good job at it. Generally speaking, I think it's Apple is the company that he generally points to the statistics of how they have a lot of diversity and inclusion sort of initiatives, right, within their company. And I don't know if you know anything about Apple, but the net worth... It's not the net worth. The value of Apple. Yeah, stock price of about $276 on the fucking NASDAQ, and... Yeah, a company with a market cap of about $4.1 trillion. God, that's a lot of fucking goddamn money. Jesus Christ, these corporations need to be fucking taxed, dude. But yeah, like, I don't think a lot of these corporations are going broke because they're fucking woke. If anything, they are significantly benefiting the more woke that they go consistently. And the only reason why they're trying to step back a little bit on the, I guess, quote unquote, wokeness in this particular instance is because of, again, they are in fear of a conservative sort of cultural fucking backlash. That is why, because they are trying to basically appease Donald Trump. Because again, what is it with corporations, and what do they consistently care about more than fucking anything else? Oh, it's about making money with these people. Oh, whoa, who would have thought? Companies like making all of the money possible? No, who would have thought such a thing could be possible?
Closing down, and layoffs, and layoffs, and layoffs, and layoffs. No matter how many.
That's not because of the games performing poorly. That's because of, again, a bunch of fucking corporations and the rich basically laying off a bunch of people so they can make more money. It's not because of the game going. Again, it's nonsensical.
Entire companies went under or were consumed by other companies and then ultimately shelved or just outright fired so that they could keep the name. Didn't matter. As long as the message...
I don't know how many times this needs to be said, but the reason why there's been a lot of corporate consolidation of all these different games companies is not because of fucking wokeness. That's nonsensical. That's fucking stupid. That's not the reason why. The reason why it's fucking happening is because of the fact that there has been, a lot of general corporate consolidation of differing media conglomerations and companies. Because of, the Trump administration approving a lot of those fucking goddamn mergers. Who would have thought?
Was going out. Well, now that Donald Trump is using Halo memes, now it's a fucking problem. Now Angry Joe comes out and crashes the fuck out and rages. Now the Act Man oozes out of the woodwork, this fucking plastic lurch motherfucker. These people now really care about keeping politics out of media. Well, guess what? It's too fucking late. This is what we were talking about years ago, and you told us to go fuck ourselves, so guess what? Fuck you. Now we're going to put politics in media, and guess what? It's going to be the politics you hate. And we're going to purge every last synthetic.
See, here's, like, it's incredible to me how, like, inauthentic it is, generally speaking, with a lot of these people. This is incredibly fucking inauthentic. Again, for all these people, it's consistently about one thing and one thing only. It's all about just revenge. That's it. They feel fucking slighted about the fact that nobody in general really likes a lot of the bullshit that they push. And they have to get revenge on those they feel like that has fucking wronged them. That's really about it. There's no, like, I don't know, a basis or, like, I don't know, a political will that's being expressed here. It's just revenge for these people. They just want to get revenge on the fact that Stacy basically didn't like any of them. They preferred to date fucking Chad and Tyrone over their fucking goofy looking head asses in fucking high school. That's all that is with these people. Like, it's just genuinely boring fucking pathetic behavior for most of these people.
Pillar of left-wing orthodoxy or ideology from the fucking world. And so that really is what has these people upset. It's not that they've changed their perspective on this. They're just mad that they're no longer the ones that are setting the standard. They're mad that really their entire crusade for the past 15 years is going up in smoke in the last few months. And they've had to watch everything that they bitched about and complained about and defended for the past 5 to 10 years, 15 to 20 years actually. Some of these people came in later in the fight, but for the past at least 15 years, we have watched the infiltration of left-wing politics in the media, and these people have absolutely lost their mind over...
Again, like, I want to say, like, consistently, when these motherfuckers talk about left-wing infiltration into politics and fucking media, like, under what circumstance? Who typically are the main people that have the most say within circles of fucking Hollywood? It's Hollywood fucking executives, and most of those guys tend to be extremely fucking conservative. So again, what left-wing infiltration exists within media from fucking Hollywood? Again, for all these people, it's a fucking dog whistle. That's all that it is.
The sudden change and reversal. And we warned them this would happen, but they wouldn't listen. They were too arrogant. Well, here's Asmongold
I'm sure
talking about Angry Joe's embarrassing crash out over the Halo memes from the White House. Yes, GameStop is retweeting the official White House account, and the official White House account is retweeting GameStop. We have the first gamer president, and he's not some kind of woke,
Yeah, imagine. Also, first off, imagine citing fucking Asmongold, the stupid roach simp who just basically will simp like literally anything from Donald Trump's fucking testicles. So yeah, dude. Okay, Asmongold, very very good citation that you could be making here. Again, we all know why he's citing Asmongold specifically, because he wants to gargle on Asmongold's balls as much as fucking possible. Because again, there is no lengths that someone like a Tactical Templar will basically go to in order to gargle another man's balls to just have an itty bitty tiny bit of fucking clout. He loves clout. He loves clout. He loves having this clout. He just loves talking to people that are bigger than him so he can get some kind of fucking prominence for his like dumbass fucking YouTube channel where he, I don't know, has like weird schizo fucking crash outs consistently about the media having control of politics and a bunch of other gobbledygook. Nonsensical. It's very stupid, but whatever. But with people like fucking Tactical Templar, generally speaking, the main thing that drives individuals like this forward is spite. Very, very spiteful. Very, very spiteful, broadly speaking. And he's just, again, getting his like opportunity at revenge to get back at people who he perceives as having wronged him. And my assumption would be like Stacy in fucking high school, because he's a fucking like weird crusader, LARPer, Templar, fucking weirdo on the fucking internet. Like it's just, it's one of those situations where it's just like it's so stupid, ridiculous, and incredibly fucking boring. Where it's just like, brother, why do these motherfuckers keep coming out of the woodwork and being so fucking stupid and annoying? It's like, ugh. It's just tiring, man. It's like, that's really all that can be said about this. It's just annoying and it's tiring.
All right, guys, we need more DEI in gaming. He's an absolute Chad. So that has these people fucking furious. We're going to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it.
Angry Joe crashing out over the White House meme. I saw that. He was really mad. Angry Joe, let me see if I can find it. I mean, living up to his name, right? So he crashed the fuck out. He got so mad. He's been
Yeah, living up to his name, pissed off Pedro. Enraged Enrique.
going back and forth about this. The bad guys, all the Epstein files, wait for the apology.
We
basically,
love being
this dude
racist.
lost his fucking mind because basically, what do you call it? This, putting aside the fact there's about 10 stars missing from the AI-generated flag. No way the AI didn't get it right perfectly. Can you believe that? What a surprise. And so anyway, can I find any more of these? Where's the original post, right? Superman, when you talk about Serious 7 he's just talking about some other random bullshit. Yeah, there it is. Fuck ICE and fuck Donald Trump. Bro, they're all getting deported. It doesn't matter how much you cry, how much you bitch, how much you moan, how much you complain. People voted, and now there's a consequence. And we're getting them all out.
Yeah, and it turns out people voted because they didn't actually think that they were actually going to deport a bunch of people illegally. And a lot of the fucking people who thought that Donald Trump was going to go after the people who they perceived to be the illegals, they didn't think that they would be the ones also suffering the consequences from that. That's the fucking problem, because what he is doing is illegal and is also incredibly unpopular. There have been so many fucking Supreme Court cases consistently talking about this, about what Trump is doing right now in terms of the deportations is illegal. But again, for people like this, like Tactical fucking Templar, these sniveling fucking losers, these troglodytes, these fucking weirdos, the suffering is the point. They just want to make life miserable for people who they perceive to be, to have fucking wronged them in the past. That's all there is to it with these people. They are just, I don't know, demon spawn? I fucking demon spawn, I think, is the accurate sort of point here.
Out. Every single one.
Man, he's speaking my language. 100%. I voted for this. I support this. And the only thing that your caterwailing and bitching and moaning does is to just be that cherry on top of the sundae. Because you fucking freaks have made everything worse. Or maybe you weren't directly responsible, but you affirmed making everything worse. You were okay with it. And for those who don't remember, Angry Joe was the same guy for Battlefield 5 when EA came out and said, guys, we're going to put a bionic arm woman on the front lines of World War II for a game, and she's going to be bludgeoning Nazis. When gamers came back and said, the fuck you are, that is absolutely retarded, we don't want that, they said, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And Angry Joe was one of the people that came out and said, yeah, the reason that you don't like this is because you're a misogynist. That's right. Joe,
Real?
weeks later, after he was absolutely fucking spit roasted by the internet for such a retarded and asinine take, he then later came back and apologized. But that is par for the course for Joe. He was always somebody that knee-jerked far to the left and then had to be dragged back slowly but surely because he realized, okay, well, maybe I went a little bit too far in this. The reality is, Joe has always been this way, but a lot of people misremember because of nostalgia. You know, he is the nostalgia critic.
I don't give a fuck what the.
I'm pretty sure the nostalgia critic is completely fucking different. Again, like, I'm not. Who really gives a fuck about like Battlefield 5 bullshit? I could give less of a flying fuck about this. Again, like, the only reason why these stupid conservatives want to have this sort of like cavalier attitude in terms of their dumbass bullshit with a lot of illegal fuck immigrants is it's all about the cruelty. Again, cruelty is the point with these people. Yeah, exactly, Boy Meets Man. Yeah, who the fuck gives a shit about fucking Battlefield 5? It doesn't fucking matter. Whatever.
Oh, but look at the kid crying. Oh, really? I guess we shouldn't have borders now. Oh, man. Why didn't I think?
No, Asmongold, the problem is that what he is doing is illegal. That's the problem that people are having with the actions of the Trump administration. Everything that he's been doing in terms of immigration enforcement has been illegal, which has been reaffirmed by countless fucking courts at this point. It's illegal, and people are very upset about the fact that what the president is doing is illegal. Oh, whoa, what a shocker.
Think of that. Nope. Cry about it, bitch about it, maul about it, do whatever you want. It's not going to change a goddamn thing. And isn't Halo about fighting? Yes, well, Halo is literally about killing illegal aliens. Wait, do you think the Covenant were supposed to...
No, it is not about killing illegal aliens. Of course, dumbasses like Asmongold do not understand what the lore of Halo was about. But here, allow me to elucidate. The lore of Halo is about being anti-fucking evangelical. To just believe inherently in a fucking prophecy is actually kind of bad, Asmongold. That is what it is about. It is not about killing illegal criminal fucking aliens, you stupid motherfucker. And here, allow me to fucking explain. The lore of Halo is about the Covenant finding a bunch of Forerunner tech. Now, again, I'm saying that this could potentially be old lore. I'm not sure where exactly the fucking retcons come into here, so there may have been a change. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. This is just what I remember. The Covenant decided to do an invasion of humanity because they saw a particular set of, not lore, but some kind of like scripture from the Forerunners, who the Covenant regarded as their gods, saying that the people who are meant to maintain the mantle of responsibility was humanity. And the reason why it is a problem for the Covenant specifically, and specifically that being the prophets, the main religious and spiritual leaders for the fucking Covenant, the reason why that is an issue for them in particular is simply due to the fact that, wait a minute. This is bad for us simply due to the fact that this completely challenges our fucking worldview and completely destroys what we currently believe out of the water. We can't let anyone within the Covenant find out about any of this, so what was the solution that they came up with? They were just like, well, what if we just like genocided and got rid of the entirety of humanity instead? Then no one will ever find out about the fact that we lied, and we can still maintain our fucking seat of power. That is what it is about. Yeah, it was eugenics, basically. That is the story of Halo. Not fucking criminal, illegal aliens coming in to replace the human population of the UNSC and essentially replace it with like their own culture or whatever. No, that is not the lore of Halo, but whatever. It's stupid. That's not what Halo is about, but Asmongold doesn't give a fuck about any of this. He will just reaffirm whatever position aligns with his own fucking personal politics.
Supposed to be on Earth? No, they're not. They're not. So, I mean, honestly, I think this is the humane way of going about it. You think they just showed? No, bro, they weren't supposed to be there. They came out of there from nowhere.
Yeah, dude. Kill all of the alleged criminal, illegal aliens that Donald Trump says are not fucking appearing anymore within the United States of America at the fucking border. His words, not mine, because he's been consistently saying like, yeah, we've not been getting any more illegal aliens anymore. They've just not been showing up, folks. So they're not coming anymore. They're not coming anymore. As said by your fucking president, not mine, but whatever. Sure, very cool. And has been consistently talking about how the illegal migrant crisis is it's apparently no longer a fucking issue. So like, why continue fucking shooting them if they're just coming up to the fucking border, when the president himself has said that there has not been as many fucking criminal aliens, quote unquote, coming to the fucking border? Oh, because again, for Asmongold, it's all about the fucking cruelty and the fucking eugenicist sort of talking points. Because for him, he's gone down the fucking dumbass alt-right sort of pipeline, and he just wants to kill a bunch of fucking people who he perceives to be his enemies. Like, that's really all that there is to it. He's just a fucking dipshit ass racist.
I didn't even think about that, yes. And so anyway, Jesus, it's in poor taste, man. Holy shit. I don't give a fuck. What's in poor taste about this? Getting mad at the government for enforcing the border policy and deporting people that are here illegally? That's
Except that's not what they're doing. What they're doing is illegal Asmongold, and people are pretty pissed about what the government is doing about this. They think that this is overreach Asmongold. People do not like that the government is doing this stuff Asmongold, but whatever. Like, these people don't care about any of this stuff.
in poor taste. I mean, get the fuck out of here. I mean, come on.
100%. And we have to deal with these fucking freaks that never leave their basement, never interact with humanity. These fucking oozing...
That's very funny coming from a person like you, dumbass.
Greasy, fat, retarded, degenerate, virgin losers. I mean, these people are the absolute worst of the worst. And we have to deal with them and their suicidal empathy. It's innocent people that suffer as a result of the type of thinking that we see on display here. I mean, it's really cruel. It's cruel and unusual that you're deporting these people. Fuck you.
Fourth Amendment, retard. It exists for a fucking reason. Because of motherfuckers like you stupid dumbass. Yeah, like a fat, greasy, stupid virgin loser. Bro, you fucking LARP as a crusader on the internet, bro. Like... Okay, bro. Ring, 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 ring. The Fourth Amendment would like to have a call with you, Tactical Templar, but you don't give a fuck about any of this stuff because, again, like I said before, for these people, this is about a twisted sense of community. The cruelty is the point.
Fuck you. You're a freak.
Imagine being so triggered about that, bro.
And you have been overcome. There was an election. You lost. You lost in grand fashion. So do we give a fuck what... You know, what was his name? Jilted Jose? What do they call him? Hating Jose? That piece of shit.
This fucking dumbass doesn't even remember his own... He's so fucking stupid that he doesn't even remember his own nickname that he fucking came up for him. Like, Jesus Christ. I thought it was fucking, I don't know, Deported Pedro or some shit. Like, okay, bro. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Do we care what Angry Joe has to say? Fuck no, we don't. He's an idiot.
Okay, like, if you don't care about what Angry Joe has to say, bro, why the fuck do you keep talking about him? Bro, then if you don't care about what he has to say, then get off his dick, bro. Why you keep talking about him? You seem to really care about what he has to say. Like, you keep talking about him. It's fucking weird, bro. Fucking weird, man.
Idiot. And he's an immoral coward. He's a virtue signaler. Fuck that guy.
The amount of, like, and by the way, that's in poor taste. These people would have no problem going around. Look at this guy. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Superman, aren't you a lonely failed game developer turned online grifter? You're going around firing an ostrich. He's making it super personal. That's it.
Wait, no, that is just an accurate telling of what Grums is. No, yeah, Grums is a failed fucking developer who now grifts money from a bunch of Kickstarter supporters that he has. Yeah, no, that is accurate, right? Much like you're posting, a great, fantastic hater. Like, listen, trust me, I've done my own compliments of a lot of differing internet haters in my time. Much like your posting has done a very, very good job digging into the sort of shit that's basically fuels idiots like fucking Grums. And Grums is a liar. He has essentially taken a bunch of money from a bunch of random people in order to not develop a video game that he promised that he would develop.
Immediately what he does. Too bad, bro. Too fucking bad. The whole world supports ICE? Well, some people don't, but the people that do, the people that don't are just doing it performatively. I guarantee you that, like, any of these...
One second. Well, That didn't take very long. It seems Americans are not liking what they're seeing, as a new Daily Mail/Dale Partners poll found that ICE has just a 34% approval rating. This is a 4-point percentage drop since last month. Oh, I thought this was I thought the stuff that ICE was doing was popular. Tactical Templar and Asmongold. What happened? I thought this was all supposed to be common sense, guys. Where did my Boy Meets Mini? Do you know where my hecking common sense went? Where did my heckarino common sensorino go? I guess what ICE is doing is not very, very fucking common sense, Asmongold. I guess what ICE is doing is not very common sense, Tactical Templar. I guess what ICE is fucking doing is not within the common good and interest of the people. Who would have fucking thought? It's just fucking... It's nonsensical, dude.
These people that are out on a soapbox talking about how much they don't like ICE. Okay, sounds great. I'm gonna move 2 illegal families into 2 houses next to you, and you're gonna have to deal with that now forever. And that's the way it is. And so anyway, and that's really where I'm at, right? Is like immediately put people on the spot with that shit, right? Because then that's whenever you've seen all these opinions change, man. How's an illegal, right? Yeah, bro. Senator Martha's Vineyard, exactly.
What kind of like retarded schizophrenia is this, bro? Like what? What are you fucking talking about? The people who do that shit illegally are Republican fucking governors, you stupid motherfuckers. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, again, like, this is the same thing that I'm consistently talking about. For these people, it is all about a perverted, sort of, like, twisted form of fucking revenge, first and foremost. It's not about caring about your fucking fellow man or woman or MB or what have you. It is about getting revenge on people who they perceive have destroyed their lives. Left-wingers, activists, and whatnot. It doesn't really matter. And it's all a fucking distraction for the people who are actually causing the real problems within the gaming environments, and that is all these dumbass gaming corporations who keep hiking up prices and making everything worse for people who want to be involved in fucking gaming. And all this, like, stupid, schizophrenic nonsense these people constantly and continuously fucking push. It's not improving the situation. Like, they're not interested in improving the situation. They're totally okay with just fundamentally making everything worse. Why? Because, I don't know, they're just a bunch of fucking weirdos who are still upset about the fact that Stacy chose Chad or Tyrone over their goofy looking head asses. It's nonsensical with these people. They're losers, they're fucking freaks, they're weirdos, and in reality, people just are not big fans of what ICE and the administration is generally doing. That's like the actual truth of it. But again, dumbasses like fucking Asmongold, for people like him, the revenge is the point. And also the fact that he gets to grift and make a ton of money off of this as well. Well, that's just a fucking bonus.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great take from Asmongold, and it's really gratifying that somebody like him, with the large platform that he has, comes out and just basically speaks the truth on this. Now, it's very rare that you see large content creators come out and just be that blatantly honest.
You know, it's really funny how this motherfucker will constantly bitch, moan, and fucking complain about fucking politics, and then will basically be like, yeah, you know, I'm really glad that Asmongold is saying this stuff, just basically talking about how it's his politics that are just basically getting reaffirmed. It's like, hypocrisy and the conservative go hand in hand like this consistently. Like, constant state of behavior with these motherfuckers. They believe in nothing fundamentally.
Somebody like Angry Joe is virtue signaling. It's what he's done most of his career. And in this case, he's using ICE as an example, but ICE is not doing anything wrong. ICE are the good guys.
Yeah, dude, the fucking Gestapo freaks who are doing basically criminal fucking illegal occupations, as has been said by multiple fucking U.S. judges. Take it up with those judges, not with me. Has been consistently saying, and has their approval rating in the absolute fucking toilet, is definitely doing this with the spirit and the mind of the American people at it first and foremost. Yeah, dude, totally, of course. Mm-hmm. It's just nonsense, dude. Again, like I said before, for these people, it's about one thing fundamentally. It's about having a twisted, perverted sense of community.
ICE are the people coming in and enforcing our laws finally for the first time in years. These people should not be here. And by the way, this is not a victimless crime. Them being in the country alone is taking space and resources from American citizens.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, Yeah, he's parroting the exact same 3IQ talking point from JD Vance. No, the fuck it isn't. There is zero evidence to suggest that illegal migrants that are coming into the country are taking space and resources away from natural-born fucking citizens. Again, it's all the exact same, like, great replacement theory, cope LARP tier shit that all these motherfuckers fucking parrot because, again, I don't know, maybe they're still upset about the fact that, I don't know, Pedro or Sanchez is basically taking their fucking goddamn white girlfriends away from them. Like that's all that it is with these people. It's all like stupid, revanchist, like incel freak behavior from motherfuckers like this. Constant pattern of behavior.
And that's not just from hospitals. That's the education system. That's SNAP benefits, financial aid. There's so many different things.
That is a lie, by the way. Illegal migrants do not get fucking SNAP benefits. That is a fucking lie. You have no idea what you're fucking talking about, you stupid motherfucker. Also, what educational fucking resources? Hello? They go and participate in fucking American schools, you stupid motherfucker. So they're taking away educational resources from Americans while conservatives are consistently fucking defunding education programs all the fucking goddamn time, but it's the criminal illegal aliens that are basically taking it away from them. Again, like, get the fucking story straight here. Nonsense. This is a lie.
Apartment complexes, housing. That's why housing is so expensive. If you want to know why shit is so expensive, it's because the demand...
No, that is not why housing is expensive. Housing is expensive because of deregulations within the fucking housing market, you stupid motherfucker.
...is so high because, in some cases, the government is paying for the housing of these fucking people. So, no.
No, like, hey, Tactical Templar, allow me to introduce you to a couple of private equity companies called Zillow, Blackwater, and Blackstone. Those are the motherfuckers that are making the housing more fucking expensive, not a random fucking abuela or some shit. It's stupid.
They all have to go back. Angry Joe can get as angry as he wants. He can bitch and moan as much as he wants. But the reality is that this is happening. This was voted for, and nobody supports Joe. Except for a...
Well, nobody seems to support ICE. Again, we've talked about this before. The only reason why people voted for Donald Trump to begin with, specifically a lot of Latinos voted for Trump specifically, is because they thought that, oh, well, we have our papers, so we'll probably be okay. Ho-ho. They were not okay. They got their Fell For It Again award real fucking quick. Like, instant fucking taneously, they fucking learned, like... Oh, yeah. Actually, it turns out that, they also went after all of us as well. Like, because of course they were. Like, this was always the fucking plan. Because we knew about, like, what Stephen Miller always wanted to do with people who they perceived as criminal, illegal aliens, quote-unquote. It's nonsensical. Like, and based off of a fucking lie.
A fringe minority of mentally ill freaks that are just bitter that all of the bullshit they've tried to import on us over the last 5 to 10 years, that it's not working. It's been reduced.
Very funny that it's coming out from someone like you, who's currently trying to impose a bunch of incredibly fucking unpopular bullshit on everyone else. Again, Uno reverse card for you, you stupid motherfucker.
Reduced or outright undone. And it will continue to be undone until their pathetic, putrid fucking cult is purged from this world. Ladies and gentlemen,
very, very, very funny coming from this stupid motherfucker. Listen, okay, no fucking free promoter Reno. Fuck this stupid dumbass bitch. But yeah, like I said before, the only reason why motherfuckers like this get so consistently triggered, and he was getting real fucking triggered about this shit, is simply just due to the fact that it is all about fucking revenge, first and foremost. They want to go after their perceived political enemies. That is it. They want to go after the people who they feel like have wronged them for whatever reason, that being, like, I don't know, like, gay and fucking trans people, despite the fact that, I don't know, like, they've not done fucking shit to them. it's revenge for these people. It's like pornographic material for them. They want to go after those they perceive to be their enemies. And it's a consistent pattern of behavior with conservatives. This happens all the fucking goddamn time. And they just want people to suffer. That is it. That is pretty much the only thing underlying the current fucking conservative political movement within the United States of America. Suffering is the point, and if they can just go after minorities and cause, just a tiny bit of suffering to those that they perceive as their political fucking beneficiaries, if it's temporary and it makes black people and other like minorities suffer even more, that's a totally okay sacrifice, which is exactly what the government shutdown showed us. So again, don't, like, these freaks are all incredibly unpopular. The things they stand for are incredibly unpopular, and there's going to be an inevitable, and I mean an inevitable fucking woke backlash against all of these, like, stupid, shameless, grifting motherfuckers, and they are going to have no fucking idea how they're going to cope with the fact that, oh, it turns out a lot of our stupid bullshit that we constantly push for was extremely, extremely fucking unpopular. I don't think there's really much else to say besides, you people are fucking freaks. What you are proposing, what you have constantly stood for, is incredibly fucking unpopular. People like Tactical Templar and fucking Asmongold, and there is going to be a consequence for the fact that you decided to support the current fascistic actions of this fucking administration that is currently in power. And the backlash that is going to come as a result of this will be quite swift.